Imagine waking up to find the internet gone. No freedom to post, no freedom to question, no freedom to choose. A world where one authority controls not just your land, but also your mind. Every message you send is read, every moment tracked, every word censored. You have no vote, no privacy, no power. A world where one entity controls everything. You cannot dream freely because everything belongs to the supreme authority. Hey ChatGPT, is the intro I wrote dystopian enough to scare the hell out of people? Every time you demand your rights, cast a vote, or even post your opinion online, you are echoing John Locke, the man who turned subjects into citizens and gave the world three simple words: life, liberty, property. Thomas Hobbes believed fear kept society together. Locke disagreed. He believed that in the state of nature, not all people are monsters. Some are rational and cooperative. And that's why every person is born with natural rights that no king, no priest, no army can ever take away. John believed that people were reasonable. He clearly never read YouTube comments on my channel, people making fun of my Indian accent. He lived through the English Civil War, the execution of a king, and the rise and fall of regimes. He saw with his own eyes how absolute power crushed freedom. But instead of choosing fear like Thomas Hobbes, Locke chose trust. Trust in human reason and in the possibility of just government. He argued that governments are not divine powers. Just like a Wi-Fi network only lets you in with permission, Locke believed governments only have power when people grant consent. No password, no connection, no consent, no authority. And if rulers or the state betray that trust, people have the right, even the duty, to resist and overthrow them. Locke lived through it. When King James II overreached, Parliament pressed reset, replacing him with William and Mary. John Locke argued citizens always have that right to restart the government when it breaks the contract. He wrote, "The end of law is not to abolish or restrain, but to preserve and enlarge freedom." These were not empty words. Locke's ideas crossed oceans and sparked revolutions. In America, Thomas Jefferson rewrote Locke's life, liberty, property into life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. In France, revolutionaries raised John Locke's principles as banners against the monarchy. Wherever people fought for freedom, Locke was there, whispering in their minds. But his vision was more than rebellion. He was in favor of religious tolerance at a time when wars of faith tore Europe apart. He believed diversity of belief wasn't a threat, but a foundation for peace. His letter concerning toleration became one of the earliest defenses of pluralism. And he understood knowledge too. His essay concerning human understanding proposed that the mind is a blank slate at birth, a tabula rasa. No one is born a tyrant or a slave. We are shaped by our experiences, and that means education can build better humans and better societies. In his own words, parents wonder why the streams are bitter when they themselves have poisoned the fountain. In his personal life, Locke embodied resilience. He suffered from asthma all his life, often fleeing cities to find clean air. Before becoming famous as a philosopher, he trained as a physician. Unlike most doctors of his time, who relied on bleeding and bizarre remedies, Locke suggested fresh air, light meals, and clean water. Shockingly modern advice for the 1600s. In 1683, Locke had to flee England in disguise after being unfairly linked to a failed plot against the king. He spent nearly 5 years in the Netherlands, where he wrote much of his true treatise on government. Imagine, the man shaping the idea of democracy was doing it as a political refugee, with his manuscripts hidden away, knowing discovery could mean execution. Yet he kept writing, kept sharing ideas that outlived him. When he died in 1704, he left behind not just books, but a blueprint for democracy. Every constitution that protects your rights, every protest that demands liberty, and every vote that counts carries John Locke's signature. He turned kings into the servants of people and people into the guardians of freedom. But freedom itself has a weakness if all power gathers in one place, even an elected place. It can crush liberty as surely as a king. For the next chapter, we turn to France, where Montesquieu warned us. Freedom survives only when power is divided. This is Pratik Wankhade from a small Indian village, proving that curiosity is bigger than resources. Until next time, stay curious.